Good morning, YouTube, you sexy mamma jammas. It is now Tuesday, December 30th. We just left this pilot in Albuquerque for what I'm stopping this morning. We got that 3 hour out the way. Got a couple hours more nap. You know, you've heard me talk that this is the type of trucking that I personally don't like. It's where you're sleeping a couple hours here and there, and you're driving, and you constant grind, which is fine. Like, if you're someone who comes out for a week or two at a time, and then you go home for a few days or whatever, then yeah, if I was that person, I was going home every couple of weeks, I'd be a non-stop grind out here just for that reason. But right now, for me, I live out here. So I'm not looking to grind 100% of the time, all the damn time, because it wears on you. But yeah. So we got 3 hours and 50 minutes to be down there. It is now 10 o'clock. Our appointment's at 2:30. Yeah, so we're good. Well, unless there's any delays between here and there, it's just straight down I-25 from Albuquerque down to where we're going. So anyhow, I appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate all the support. It's a cool looking desert. Cool looking desert, yeah, right. Anyway, let's see what the trucking world has in store for us today, shall we? Because I know I won't be going that long today. I don't even think my time is actually caught up yet on EL. I got to do it manually in my head because the ELD isn't going to reflect it correctly because of the split. So I just got to make sure I look at the gaps, make sure I have the full 10, and just regardless of the red letters on the ELD or not, as long as I know it's right, it's right. Anyhow, let's get this trucking world to hell. Lord have mercy. I can't even speak. Oh, I had breakfast. I filled my tanks up there. It's $2.62 a gallon. Shit, yeah. $3.49 pump price, $2.62 to us. And I had McDonald's breakfast. I had the big breakfast platter. It's got an egg, it's got sausage and a biscuit and a hash brown. And I had an orange juice. Good breakfast. Anyhow, let me stop yapping. My brain's not functioning quite yet, but let's get down the road and see what the trucking world has in store for us today, shall we?
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run.
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Really? That's a hell of a name for a place. Truth or Consequences. Oh, did I tell you that back here at Costco, when I got unloaded, I went back in. She went, there's a pallet damage. I'm gonna have you take it back. I'm like, I'm sorry, that won't be me. She went, what do you mean? I was like, I said, we're not a local dedicated account for this stuff. I'm OTR. She went, oh, what do I do? I was like, that's up between you and Coke. But I leave here and I go down to Clinton, Texas for my next one. She went, oh. Started trying to make a couple phone calls while I'm like, listen, it doesn't really matter who you call because I will not be the one taking it back. And she's like, well, maybe I should call Coke and have them pick it up. I'm like, that's between you and them. But if you just give me my paperwork, please, so I can be on my way to my next one, I'd appreciate it. She went, okay, I don't want to hold you up. And she let me out. So I was like, yeah. I mean, I guess I probably could have went another way, but yeah, lady, I'm not local. I'm not a direct guy. We got this on the load board. She went, oh. Yeah, so, yep. But truth or consequence? There's got to be something behind that name. Like, why? I'll never Google it, but I know one of you will. Well, probably one of you already know it. We're still about 2 hours away. We'll be there at 2 o'clock. We're good. Actually, we'll be there at 1:47. 151 miles away. All right. exit 37 is our exit. So we get off here and we got to veer to the left. And we're 4 miles away from pickup. And it is 1:52 right now. So we'll be there right at 2 o'clock. Judging by this thing, I want to go. This to me looks like an on-ramp, but it's like not. Goes around that stuff. Okay. Oh, yep, 3.4 miles. It should be up here on the right. Alright, so that's all. I see a bunch of outside Sea-Doos, and I see some trucks. So this is, it says Warner Enterprises, but I'm looking for Cascadia. There it is, right there. I see a sign for Cascadia Logistics right here. Entrance 1. Nope, I'm supposed to go to gate 2 for dry van loading. That's number 1, apparently. I guess they're just going to fork them on and push them back. Entrance 2, right there. Alright, let's see what they do. Alright, I'm on the outside dock. They're putting, I just saw them, I was in talking paperwork in the office. As I was coming out, I saw them putting in the big side-by-sides. They're 4-seaters. And they got like a truck bed. And it's got the whole camo covering over them. Probably like $20,000. So they're loading me up with those. They said, go wait in your truck. They'll come knock on your door. I'll go back in and get paperwork and seal and all that stuff. And I told them I needed to get some rest somewhere for time. So they say, well, truckers just line up along this fence. So there's a Mercer truck right there too. So I'm gonna wind up pulling out this gate, park right along that curb for a while until I get some hours back. It's 1,458 miles from here to Richmond, Kentucky. Now, I haven't looked at the route yet, but off the top of my head, what I think is going to happen is I'm going to take 10 and hop up on the 20, take it all into Dallas, hop up on the 30, take it all the way into Little Rock, and take 40 all the way to Knoxville, and take 75 all the way up to Richmond. Or I can take 40 to West Memphis, go up to 57, take 64 over. If I do that, I gotta take 64 to Lexington and then go down 75 to get to Richmond. Or let's just see what Trucker Pass says. I haven't even put it in yet. And it's also going to depend on time. Maybe I might want to stay at Mercertown Thursday night. So maybe I want to go 64. I don't know. Clear trip. Alright. 1618, that's it right there. Boom. Richmond Motorsports. This says 1,501 miles on the route, on the initial scan route. Alright. 1503, 21 and a half hours. Takes a 30. Yeah. All the way to 40 in Little Rock. Get to what? Oh, let's take a Nashville up to hit 65. And then cross over through the mountains on the back road to hit 75. And the way I was just talking about, if I did that, if I took 20 all the way, 20 is a super long way, 1,657 miles. Took 44 up into St. Louis, or near St. Louis, and hit 64 all the way over and went down. That's 1,574. But it's not showing me the route from, because when it gets to Nashville, it wants to cut through Bowling Green and cross over on some US Route 68. Through Glasgow, Wisdom, and all that. I don't know how that road is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, we're loaded. Took them no time to load me. Maybe 30 minutes. Hey, Mercer just finished break. I'm parked on the side of the road here now. I'm going to lay back and go to sleep. Get some time back here in a little while. I won't know how long it's going to take me to get that time back until this clock resets in an hour, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to get some sleep, so I'm not going to stay here all night because I ain't shit close. So at some point I'm going to want dinner. Right now it's 3 o'clock, so I'm hoping by like 7 or 8 I can move. That's my hope. So anyway, yeah, you'll see me then. Mercer's pulling out. Maybe I'll pull up a spot. So I ended up having to do a 10, and the 10 wasn't up till like 1 a.m. So I decided to go ahead and just sleep more. So I just put a short up. Oh, because today's now Wednesday, December 31st, New Year's Eve. Woo! So you'll be seeing this on New Year's Day. So Happy New Year, everybody. I just posted a short saying there will not be a video today. So what I'm going to do, and the reason for that is because I didn't have enough footage yesterday for a video. So I'm going to go ahead and take whatever I did yesterday and add it to this one, and you'll have a day vlog, 2-day vlog. So anyhow, we're just now, I had to do a 10-hour reset last night, and somewhere along the line I messed up on my split times and all that, and I did the math wrong. So I ended up having to do a 10, and that 10 wasn't up till 1 a.m. So I just decided to sleep, and just to sleep. So I'm still here at the BRP, at the picking up these side-by-sides. I'm out here on the curb, get ready to get out and do pre-trip, and we're gonna hit the road. You know, 630 miles just to get to Dallas, so I won't even get to Dallas today, or get past Dallas today probably. We'll see. We'll get as far as we can. If I can do 6+ today, 6+ tomorrow, and a couple hundred, finish at the couple hundred Friday morning. So yeah, we're gonna get to getting. I appreciate all the support. Let's see what the trucking world has in store for us today, shall we? Thanks for being here, y'all.
Crack a monster, greet the sun. Big blues humming, ready to run. No stacks, no shine, just steady and true. Rolling proud in that deep blue hue. Daylight miles, the highway calls. I was born to chase it all. Sunrise and steel, that's how I ride. Rolling strong with the morning sky. From the hills to the county lines, chasing white lines in the daylight shine. Big blue hums and the world feels right. I was made for driving in the light. 2024 built to last. Smooth and clean, he's built for fast. Hands on the wheel, I hold it tight. No scars, just skill, it's a driver's right. Hammer down, let the engine sing. Hear that roll beneath me ring. Sunrise and steel, that's how I ride. Rolling strong with the morning sky. From the hills to the county lines, chasing white lines in the daylight shine. Big blue homes and the world feels right. I was made for driving in the light. 2024 built to last. Smooth and clean, he's built for fast. Hands on the wheel, I hold it tight. No scars, just skill, it's a driver's right. Hammer down, let the engine sing. Hear that roll beneath me ring. Sunrise and steel, that's how I ride. Rolling strong with the morning sky. From the hills to the county lines, chasing white lines in the daylight shine. Big blue homes and the world feels right. I was made for driving in the light. Sunrise and steel, that's my life. No shadow roads, just the sun and this heavy load. Every mile is fresh and new. Me and Big Blue pushing through. Sunrise and steel, that's my life. That's my life.
Big cinematic guitar solo. Engine hum fades under open blue sky.
All right, a little update. We are currently going through Big Spring, Texas, which is on I-20. We're at mile marker 179. And we're taking this for another 241 miles, and then we merge on the 30. This is a fairly easy trip directional-wise. You know, you start off on 10 in El Paso, and then you go out into 10 and 20 split off. You just split off on the 20, and same thing up here when we get to 30. It's going to be a split off. And then we go on to 30. But then you got 361 miles from there. You get in a Little Rock, go around the 440 bypass and hit 40 and go all the way into Nashville, 65, and cross over. You know, it's fairly simple driving directions. Now, we've been driving right now for 4.5 hours. We got 3 hours and 30 minutes left before we have to take our 30. And I plan on doing that in Abilene here in about another 120 miles, I think. Because I haven't had to stop yet. I haven't had to stop, and we started our trip. We had 1,502 miles to go. Was from the beginning, and we are currently down to 1,176 miles to go. So we've knocked about 323 miles off of this trip. All right. Now, what's going through my head right now is in 240 miles. I'm going to do a 30 here in about another 100. I think it's about 120 miles to Abilene or so. I'm going to do a 30 there, which will give me about 4.5 hours left to drive at that point. Not a big deal. The problem that I'm coming across right now is around near Dallas, there's not many good, I'm going to say the word good, not many good places to park. Good as in, I just don't like the areas, and good as in I don't park around Dallas very often. But when I've had to park at Dallas, it wasn't very good spots. But here's the dilemma I'm coming up into. By the time I get to the Dallas area, to get through Dallas, it'll be about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We know Dallas. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Now. And it was 630 miles from where I was to get to Dallas to begin with. So Dallas is about my max for the day anyway when it came to mileage. Now the thing I'm coming up against is stopping before Dallas. I don't want to leave that much time left on my clock. Or get through Dallas and risk the chance of running into violation because of being trying to get through Dallas that time of day. And if I do get through it, how far east of Dallas? Excuse me. How far east of Dallas can I get to where I feel it's a safer place to park, to drive, to stop. Dallas area is not very good. We've had that 30 tire slasher there for a while, and that's been a while, but I don't know. Places where you don't want to park, but you may have to, and that's what's going through my head. Stop before Dallas or risk fighting through Dallas tonight, which is what I would love to get to the east side of Dallas. What I could possibly do is, instead of branching up on the 30 when this thing tells me to, which is just west of Fort Worth, I could take 20 all the way to 45. Because 30 goes through downtown Dallas. That's where the kerfunkle comes into play. But I could take 20 all the way into 45, all the way to 45, which puts me to the east side of downtown. Take 45 up a couple miles and hit 20 and hit 30 from there. But then, of course, it's still going to be clusterfucked. But I feel like there's better options of parking on 20 around Dallas versus 30 around Dallas. That's just things going through my head. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. If I'm going to stay on 20 all the way through Dallas, or if I'm going to hit 30. But now that I just said that out loud, I'm probably just going to take 20 to 45. And actually, you know what? Actually, too, is there's my little vape shop I like to go to is right there off of 45, just a couple miles south. So that, you know what? That's what I might do. And I do know a couple more miles south of there, just because that's where the Schneider OC is. There's a Love's down there, and there's a Quick Trip down there. Those may be the better options for parking. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna take me a couple miles off, of course, but when I get up in the morning and I leave that Love's, then I just go a couple miles north, get on 20 or 30, and head back and head east. Yeah, I think that's see, I love talking to y'all. I work things out when I say shit out loud and when I'm talking to you. You guys are so helpful. Hope y'all know how much I appreciate you. I'm gonna start pointing out douchebag comments too. Today's douchebag comment goes to OTR Vic. Why don't you go suck it, Vic? Well, we're just now, well, we're still in. We're passing through Abilene, which is kind of where I had in my head I was going to stop for my 30. But I don't see any stops here that I want to stop at. I mean, there's a QT right there. I don't want to stop there, even though diesel's $2.97. Oh, I could have stopped there to fill up my def. Maybe if there's another QT, I'll stop. But there's a Love's that I have set my sights on in Bard, Texas. It's 22 miles away now. So that's where I plan on going. Get out, stretch my legs, use the restroom, refresh my beverages, and grab lunch. I'm not sure what they have there, but we'll figure it out. I mean, a buddy of mine was just talking. He was talking about how he's got to work on his BP a little bit. I was like, okay, I tell you what, let's do this. Let's do it together. Let's both start doing the carnivore thing again. I get back on it, and we challenge each other. So we're going to do that. And I told you when I park tonight, I'm going to start. Hopefully, there's going to be a Walmart or something near me, so I can get a Walmart load done. So doing it with my buddy to push each other and help each other. So that's always a good thing to have motivation and accountability. I've been saying for a couple of months now I want to get back on it. I've just been procrastinating. So I gotta get a Walmart order put together. Hopefully, like I said, I can get it in the truck tonight, get some eggs, and some hamburger, and some maybe get a steak. Have a good steak for dinner. That'd be nice. But until then, even eating out of a truck stop, we can still do it properly. We just got to make sure we do it. So, yeah, starting today. Well, I had burritos for breakfast. Starting now, my next meal, carnivore plusing again. And the reason I say the plus thing is because occasionally I want a salad. I like to have a salad from time to time, man. Having a salad, even though the greenery, that's a chicken salad, ain't going to hurt you because it has no carbs. But it's not strictly carnivore either. But it's the plus part of my carnivore plus journey, okay? Even a pack of dressing, this has got less than a carb in it. So when I'm running the carnivore, I try to keep my goal is stay below 30 carbs a day. There's even small amounts of carbs in bacon and shit too. So if I get to the point to where I have a little too many carbs, my biggest carb intake is my monsters. My monsters, are my monsters. I gotta phase those out as well. I'm not gonna go out, but I'm drinking anywhere between like 2 to 5 a day, depending on the day and what else I got. But I still drink a lot of water. I'm gonna up the consumption of water as well. And get back on it. I gotta get back on it. Start being more active again. Oh shit, this sounds like a damn New Year's resolution. It's not, okay. This is not a New Year's resolution. Okay, screw New Year's resolution. I don't believe in that shit to begin with. If you want to do something, fucking do it. Don't say, oh, it's New Year, let's shut the hell up. Just do it. This really came across, like I said, he's DMT physical, his blood pressure is still a little high. And he's not a big guy, he's a small fella. And he's pretty fit, but the blood pressure thing is a little rough on him. So I was like, hey, well, I remember last year I did my blood pressure after 4 months of carnivore. My blood pressure was best it's been in a long time. I can bring out my metaphor and look at it. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it not being a problem. So I kept saying, hey, use carnivore. I said, let's do it together. Okay, do it. Let's do it. So, you know, that 1 meal a day I used to do, the OMAD, I loved it. It had like 5 or 6 eggs and a pound of hamburger and some shredded cheese, cheddar cheese over it. That thing would fill you up, for sure. But it would last. It would last. You wouldn't feel hungry again like the next day. So that's the idea, folks. Anyhow, we're going to stop here in the 17 miles, get out, stretch your legs, use the restroom, all that good stuff. Find something for lunch and continue on. We're now down, I can't tell now because it's on another tracking mileage, but yeah, let's just keep on going. Stopping at this Love's in 16.8 miles. So we ended up stopping at this Flying J. It's a Flying J dealership, but it's a Shell station in Cisco, Texas. We've been here about 13 minutes now. We got 26 and change left around 30. They also had my little vape things that I like, so I went ahead and got those here for a better price than I would have got them. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, fuel here was $2.75 a gallon after discount. Pump price was $3.49, $3.50, $3.51. Yeah. So 75 cents off. We'll take it. And I got some DEF. I got 7.75 gallons of DEF. $4.46 a gallon. That's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So this probably, we got 111 gallons of diesel. So This might take us all the way. I'm not going to count on it. We'll do another partial fuel stop before drop off at some point. Let's see, I got notifications, EFS notifications, yeah, YouTube notifications. Yeah, so what am I going to do? So if I keep going straight out 20, let's say I don't stop down that Love's there at 20 and 45. If I keep going straight down 20, it's just going to separate me further from 30. Now, in reality, I could take 20 I could take 20 all the way to 75 if I wanted to, all the way to Atlanta and just go straight up. That's going to wind up adding a couple hundred miles to the trip. Thing about 30, even though it's east, it's more like at an angle. It's going like northeast gradually, so that's why it winds up being shorter, because it's not straight lines. Same with 40. But in Jackson, at 55, it goes up into Memphis. I can cut over there, or I can take 20 all the way to 65. 65 is there in Montgomery. Again, 30 is gradually going north at the same time, which was going to make it longer. So I just want to avoid that mess around Dallas at 5 o'clock. That's all I'm doing. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we're being aggressive. We are going to take 30 here in another 87 miles. We're going to branch on 30. We're going to go through Dallas. And we found there's a Love's in, what's it called, Sulphur Springs or something like that. Past Dallas, about 40, 50 miles or whatever. That is now 210 miles away from me. Which, if it's a clear drive, it's only 3 hours and 7 minutes to get there. I'm not expecting it to be a clear drive. I got 4 hours and 22 minutes on my drive clock. So we're going to shoot for this Love's, and I believe the town was called Sulphur Springs, and that's where we're going to shoot for. That'll put us over 600 miles, maybe 650 miles for the day. I'm not sure exactly. We'll find out then. But that's what's in the GPS. It gives us an hour buffer. Now, if it turns out that I don't need that hour buffer, then I'll continue on for a little while longer. Because I wish I could be in this mode all the time, every day, without having mode swings. Right now, I didn't feel like I needed to stop back here for that 30, but the DOT clock said I had to, and I screwed that up. I wound up being back here for an hour because I hit the daggone clock. I was moving around spots. I was clock crawling, and I let the damn thing hit 5 miles an hour like a stupid ass. So I don't know. I spent about 50 minutes there because I had to redo a 30. But whatever. Y'all done it too, drivers. Anyhow, yeah, we're going to shoot for this Love's in 208 miles from here. So hopefully, the plan comes together flawlessly. Yeah, but you know my luck, right? So we'll see. Also, I want to point out something positive about Mercer. You know, I got a random deposit earlier today for, usually every time you get a deposit from Mercer, you get an email along with it saying what it is. But I got a random deposit earlier for like $38.55 or $135.88. I looked for email notification. I didn't get any. So the more I thought about it, I was like, it's probably detention from somewhere. But even then, you get a notification saying, hey, we just deposited this. But I called and talked to them. She's like, well, for some reason it didn't print out a receipt for you, which is in their system, it prints out a receipt and automatically emails you, blah, blah, blah. For some reason it didn't. But she had to do some legwork to backtrack and find out what that was for. Kind of find out is on a load that I did in November that I agreed to one rate, and they wound up getting an increase in line haul after I agreed to it. So I agreed for one rate and they billed for more. So I had that money owed. And you know, like I said, it's not an instant thing because people's got a manual to look at this stuff, so they do sweeps ever so often to make sure there's no owed monies out there, and if there is, they ship it off to the driver. Now, she said the line haul was increased by like $185, and then we paid it off to you, and after a couple of deductions, which are my daily rates, then they sent you the rest. So I'm like, well, sweet. I'll tell you right now, Schneider wouldn't have done that. I can't think of a lot of companies that would have maintained the integrity and being honest and saying, hey, we owe you money, here you go. They didn't have to tell me that. I never would have known. And we talked about the load, and she told me about it. All she got was start to finish, and I knew exactly what it was. It was that Costco load. So that when I went down to Lakeland and I wound up driving that 740 miles that night for, and I got on site, yeah, it was that load. So I'm like, cool. So that's another positive for Mercer. Mercer didn't have to say anything about that money. They could have kept that damn money. I never would have known any. I never would have been any wiser. When I say it's more than about money for me, it's about the people we work with. And no, again, no, they're not perfect, because I found out something else that I don't like. That's just because holidays are affecting it. So holidays have screwed us around already for the last 2 or 3 weeks in the industry, so I'm not going to let that one bitter up on me, keep me bitter. So yeah, but I'm just, you know, they're not perfect. Hell no, they're not perfect. Nobody is. But when it comes to overall the people that you work with, that right there, the integrity and honesty that you just can't beat that. I'm 100% all the time. Y'all know I am. Always 100%. And to be with people, be with a company that's the same way, that pleases me. So if I do ever influence you and you try to choose Mercer, be sure to look in the description and use me as a referral. People say I need to push that more, which I never do, but it's in the description from my website. It tells you everything exactly. And I even made a little promo there at one point to put it in every video, but I've yet to do that. So I might start pushing that referral thing more. But if you do decide to go to Mercer and I've influenced you at all, put my truck number in the referral box. 24775, or my name, Larry Walker. Let's go. Let's keep on going. We got 3 hours to go. Hopefully Dallas don't slow us down. Well, it's 4:36. We're going through Fort Worth right now, and it hasn't been bad yet. And I don't see any traffic warnings and congestion warnings yet on Trucker Path. So we might get lucky, but here I am cursing myself. But I'll give you updates through Dallas as we get through them. So hopefully we get through this unscathed. No sooner than I ended that last clip, the Trucker Path bring out the red block saying traffic 9 miles ahead. And we are now in that 9 miles ahead warning. Still in Fort Worth. Or at least Trucker Path is registered in Fort Worth. I'm pretty sure we haven't entered the Dallas limits yet. But let's see what time it is once we get past Dallas. It's currently 4:45 in the PM. Oh yeah, I forgot about a little town called Arlington between Fort Worth and Dallas. We just passed AT&T Stadium, which is Cowboy Stadium. Now, I can give a shit about the Cowboys, but I'd love to go check that place out. Just cause it's NFL. I'd go to any stadium for a tour or what have you. It'd be cool. I'd like to go piss on that star personally, but so yes, I mean, it hasn't been horrible. I mean, that little gap, that little slowdown back there wasn't bad. And again, right now, Trucker Path isn't showing any major delays yet, but we'll see here shortly. Currently it's 4:55, so it's only been 10 minutes. Oh, come on, can we get lucky all the way through Dallas? That is the question. All right, so we're in the Dallas city limits. I also forgot about a little town called Grand Prairie. So, sue me, I don't go past 35 much. So it went Fort Worth, Arlington, Grand Prairie. So this is Dallas here. Now, you see me in lane 3, right? From right to left. I'm usually the one saying, if you're in pass on the left and right, keep your ass to the right. In Dallas, that rule doesn't apply because these 2 lanes you got to be in to stay on 30, because those right lanes, they veer off and take you places you don't want to be. So it's now we're getting into the Dallas backup. It is now 5:08 in the PM. We also got to get over one more lane after this red car comes past us. Yep, I forgot there's another lane here that comes up, so we got to get over here. See these 2 lanes stay on 30. Everything else goes other ways. So you got to stay over here on the left. But it's 5:09 right now. I'm gonna take footage of this so we can see how bad this gets. It doesn't look like it's going to be horribly bad, honestly, because there's not many. I mean, there's a red block coming up here in a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's that bad, judging by the map, judging by Trucker Path's blue line. See, so let's just hope. Anyway, you know, I'm probably not even going to go look for the footage because there's nothing to show except downtown Dallas. I mean, if you've never seen it, we just kind of passed it. That's basically the gist of it. I mean, there's more up here, but nothing to brag about. All right, I'm gonna stop yapping. Focus on what's coming. I'm telling you, that was a fluke. Maybe it's because New Year's Eve. Maybe it's because everybody's off, or they got off early, or what. Coming through Dallas, downtown Dallas. A little bit of a slowdown there at 45, but that's a fluke. But I'll take the fluke. So much of a fluke, in fact, that I'm not going to stop where I said I was going to stop because I wasn't slowed down coming through here. I'm going to take that spot off of the next spot of my planned stop, and I'm just going to drive until the clock tells me I need to stop. So let me just do that and hit remove. There's a lot of, I mean, it's Texas. There's construction every damn where all the time. So there's a lot of construction out there here, building bridges and such. But that's just Texas. Now that spot's taken off, we started this day with 1,502 miles to go for delivery. We're currently down to 886 miles to go to delivery, so we've knocked off over 600 miles right now. Come on, y'all, be smart. So it's telling me now 312 miles Texarkana, which is where, not Texarkana, but Little Rock. That's where we hit 440 bypass. Yeah, to get up to 40. Granted, we're not going to go that 312 miles because we don't have 5 hours on our clock. We have 2. So we're going to drive. So like I said, I wish I was in this mode all the time because I don't really feel like I need to stop anytime soon. I don't really want to stop anytime soon. I just want to keep pushing. but the clock itself is telling me otherwise. So I'm just going to drive until I find that balance to where I know I can still find a spot to park and pull off in time. So I got 2 hours and 21 minutes left of my drive. So we'll see how much longer we get. Right now it's 5:15 in the PM Central Standard Time. All right, so we are at a Love's, but we came to the one in Mount Vernon, Texas. About 60 miles past the one we was talking about earlier. We got 55 minutes left on our drive clock, but we're done. We are done. What is this? Oh, HOS violation alert. I know I was within the hour. So let's see. Right now we're 788 miles from delivery. We started at 1502, so 714 miles. Pretty good. I could have broke that 755 PB because I still had 45 minutes of drive time left, or 55 minutes of drive time left. We ain't no overachievers around here, I tell you. There's another Mercer guy right there. He's trying to get straightened out. He's like me. Like I came in here this Love's and I'm on the end here, but there's 2 spots on the end here open, but I didn't want to be on the very end, so I got one space in next to a guy here. Well, I got one side of me covered. This is an easy spot for anyone to get into, so and it could be a straight back or just pull in and line up and go in. So I'm not too worried about damage here. I hope I don't just bite myself in the ass for saying that, but he's got a Western Star. That Mercer driver does. I like that big old beast. It looks good. Anyhow, that's all for today, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me and following my journey. This is kind of a double dipper. I'm not sure how long the video is going to be. Probably going to be pretty lengthy, but thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, we'll knock out another 650 or so, 700 tomorrow, and then be about 100 miles away for Friday morning delivery for these recreation vehicles. And then we're probably going to go ahead because our next load is in Shelbyville, Indiana, on Saturday at 3 p.m. That Knopf, remember that Knopf ended? Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you guys.